former Vice President of the Philippines, Attorney Maria Leonor Hirona Robredo, distinguished pillars of the USI Alumni Association, the ex-presidentas, our esteemed University President, Sir Lourdes L. Albis DC, and the DC Sisters community, my fellow Isabelinas, my beloved colleagues, friends, good afternoon. I was elected president of this association in February of last year. At first, I felt anxiety and apprehension. I knew that this is not an easy task, but sometimes some life twists bring about change in someone's life. During the term of my immediate past president, Ms. Lailani Ginto, Vice President Leni Robredo decided to run for the presidency. As an alumna of this university, the Alumni Association enthusiastically supported her bid. Implementing voter educational programs and providing lugaw to far-flung communities, Camarines Sur communities was Ma'am Lailani's brainchild in collaboration with USI Integrated Community Extension Services and Advocacies, headed by Mr. Alvin Aborde. As early as November 2021, they were already on the road, and their objective was to educate voters and to fight false information and bribery during the campaign. I joined their team last February 2022, and with the help of our alma mater, USI, provided us with the transportation and logistics. Still, more was needed, so we sought the financial support of all batches to sustain the necessary expenses for the Lugaw of Love. With God's grace, many batches pitched in and joined the weekly travel to the communities. The group engaged in feeding and socialization, going house to house, giving away fans, tarpaulins, cups, aprons, and other election paraphernalia. It continued on until the last day of the campaign. I am thankful to the prime movers of this program, the batches of our USIAA, the USI, the ex-presidentas, and the USI ICESA for their commitment and energy. With all the volunteers all over the world rooting for BP Leni, we wanted to have an identity of our own. And that was the start of Isabelinas for Leni. In the process, we became partners in some of our activities. Soon as solid Leni Bicol Group witnessed the numerous support of Isabelinas, it recognized our Alumni Association and Isabelinas for Leni Group as a massive force to reckon with. We supported its initiative to meet the Sumilaw farmers and joined their walk here in Naga City. Many batches joined the welcome walk from the Rotonda, where donations of food and water were abundant. USI belongs to a nationwide network of private schools that graciously offered to host a watch party for the April 23 birthday rally of BP Leni. That was broadcast on social media. We were one of the 6 areas covered by the media and at the same time contributed a segment in the program. Again, we sought the help of our alumni to show support for the activity. We requested food donations shared with students, alumni, and guests from other schools. Other private schools here in Naga sent food packs for the event. Ma'am G. Reyes was the head organizer of the event, while I handled the alumni delegations as we work hand in hand. Aside from the weekly report of the loop, our biggest challenge was when solid Leni Bicol tasked the association to represent the alumni sector. We were also assigned to handle the food committee for the One People's March, the Isabelinas for Leni Core Group, and the alumni board task with Ma'am Lailani as the head of the food committee, while I am in full harmonization with Sir Randy Inigo and Ma'am G. Reyes for the USI delegation, high school and college batches. With the ongoing preparations for the One People's March, we were busy with meetings with the solid Leni Bicol youth as we faced the challenge of how to feed the thousands of people attending the event. Again, we sought the help of the high school and college batches, and there was an overwhelming outpouring of love and support. It was a real roller coaster ride of adventure for everyone who helped during that event. We've been worried so many times about all the election undertakings. Still, we have witnessed the volunteerism at the height of its momentum. Donations were coming in, pledges of food packs, and you, Isabelinas, were unstoppable. We may have seen the end of that story, but it showed us that we, Isabelinas, sustained by solidarity, can indeed move mountains. We've witnessed collective efforts that we can be one united USIAA. Because of the pandemic and the election campaign, it is in this context that our theme for this 83rd Grand Alumni Homecoming is celebrating friendships for sustaining resilience and hope. We've shown many times how we will support each other and how it will sustain our resiliency and hope for the future. But we are not quitting just because we lost the election. Parating pa lang tayo sa exciting part as we continue to support Angat Buhay projects. Bayang Ko Teacher Ko program is one of the initiatives of BP Leni Robredo under the Angat Buhay. It aims to help learners in public elementary schools in Naga City who are struggling with reading. My batchmate, Miss Corazon Fatima Silerio, conducted the orientation for student volunteers as assessors, participated by the selected fourth-year teachers, education students, and Ateneo de Naga University. The association, through the efforts of the Isabelinas for Leni Core Group, secured assistance to this program by providing food for the participants during the conduct of the baseline assessment at Santa Cruz Elementary School. We were busy with the campaign, but we saw to it to give back to our community. To address awareness of cervical cancer and its prevention, a free cervical cancer screening was offered among alumni age 30 to 49 years old. The BMC team headed by Dr. Alma Bresnan through Dr. Dinah Marion Brazal, an alumna in coordination with Ami Villarasa, initiated the health project. During the outbreak of fire at Bagong Bayan Sur, we sent out a 2-burner gas stove to an entrepreneur so he can start anew. The alumni fee collected by the university from every USI graduates at all levels yearly continuously funds the USIAA Scholarship Program. USIAA Manila Chapter also donated money for the said scholarship program. USI made us feel like part of this system. We are always a significant part of their endeavors. Last April 2022, USI celebrated its 154th year as an institution. We attended the Mass and joined the fun while the USI band roamed the campus. We also participated in their Wednesday Rosary for Leni and were tasked to lead during the October month of Rosary. Last July, during the junior high school, senior high school, and college graduation rites, we were able to induct new members into our association. In November, we were one of the sponsors of the Triduum Mass offerings as we celebrated the feast of the Miraculous Medal. We were able to donate 6 boxes of noodles for distribution to the Consusep residents. Thank you, USI, for always taking the lead to connect with us. We know we would not be who we are without your molding hands. I am beyond grateful for finding friendships despite our age differences with fellow alumni board members. Our common denominator as Isabelinas has worked its magic. Where a meeting cannot be complete without soft drinks, food trips, and laughters to share. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your love and friendships. My deep appreciation and gratitude to the ex-presidentas, Sur Lourdes Albis, DC, Dr. Natalie Ranin, and to our advisors, Ma'am Lai and Ma'am Yoli, for always having my back and to the continuous guidance. My fellow Isabelinas, thank you for all the support as I continue for another year. Help me to continue forge our commitment to this association. Mabalos sa Indugabos and Diyos ang magbalos.
Ladies and gentlemen, our very own Attorney Maria Leonor Herona Robredo.
Mabalos pong maray, magturo ka po kita.
Sister, our birthday girl, Sister Lourdes Albis, our university president, who's celebrating her 82nd birthday today. Sorry, Sister, na-reveal ko tuloy yung age nyo. Sister Araceli Loredo, our USI DC community sister servant, and all the other DC sisters who are here with us this afternoon. Of course, Ms. Chiqui Torres, our USIAA president, Attorney Nani Polo Jacob, president for the USIAA Manila chapter, USIAA ex-presidentas, our jubilarians, day ko na po sasaro-saroon si mga batches, guests, fellow Isabelinas, friends, sa Indo po gabos maray na hapon giraray. I would have to admit that when I received the invitation to deliver an inspirational talk this afternoon, nagsabi po ako sa staff ko, dain ako mataramta. Ang mga maaraten kayan, habo man magparadarangog di mga messages, ang gusto magdaralan na kan si mga presentation. Pero naisip ko po, this is an opportunity for me to thank every one of you for all the hard work that you've poured in during the campaign and all the projects of Angat Buhay before and after the elections. Kaya nag-prepare man giraray ako. Haliputon sa ng speech. Excited na kitang dalanin si mga presentation. So as someone who is fast approaching my senior years, 2 taon na lang po senior naman ako. I have had my fair share of homecomings. Allow me to say, however, that nowhere is a homecoming sweeter and never does it more truly feel like home than when I am here at Universidad de Santa Isabel. I am sure kamuman, this should come as no surprise to anyone. The loyalty and abiding trust that we have in USI runs deep. In my family at least, it runs 3 generations deep. My mother and my aunts all studied here at the USI. My sister Malu and myself spent our most formative years as a student here. And it is here where all my 3 daughters, Aika, Tricia, and Jillian, learned the values that shaped them into the people that they are now. It seems that my mother and I enjoyed our time here so much that even when our student days were already over, we chose to return as teachers. With my mom spending almost the entirety of her professional career here, from the time she was 18 years old until the time she was 82, kaya siguro gabos na batches nag-agi sa iya. And ako, I taught here, siguro gulpi po ang di nakakaaram, that I taught here for almost 10 years. While I was a law student during the evenings. Kan law student po ako, teacher ako sa college department. So si mga co-teachers ko, yaon manggiraray digdi, si Satuyang alumni in charge, si Natalie ay co-teacher ko. Nauugma din po ako na si mga teachers ko, marireveal lugod si edad, si mga teachers ko kang ako sa DITPA, yaon manggiraray digdi. Special mention sa 2 ex-presidentas, si Ma'am Tat Bercasio, advisor ko kang first year high school ako. Tapos math, ay pati second year, ano Ma'am Tat? First year and second year, saka math teacher ko. Si Miss Aida Osea, English teacher ko. Saka coordinator mi sa Communications Arts Club. Naging co-teacher ko man pareho sindang 2, kang ako nag-teacher. So siguro diin na maninigaran si Sakuyang loyalty to the school. And it goes without saying that the mere mention of USI for all of us, or siguro daw makahiling lang kitang pictures, or a casual visit to the campus evokes a certain nostalgia for all of us. A feeling of deep fondness founded on the firm foundation of family and friendships. I am sure that you feel the same way. And this fondness roots from ordinary, bako si mga darakula, pero ordinary everyday moments. Halimbawa sa ko, dawa si paglakaw ko lang sa mga koridor dati, kadakol na mga emosyon ang na-evoke, si mga saradit na mga kalokohan sa laog kang classrooms, pati si kinakakan sa kantin, pati si mga events ta digdi sa auditorium, sa Paranymphos, duman sa may winding stairs, the wearing of our blue and white uniforms. Kami po si batch na nag-transition to the new uniform. Kaya when I was in 4th year high school, we were allowed to choose. Pwedeng luton mi man giraray si blue and white, pero sa ibang batches ay si new uniform na. Sister, to be very honest, mas type ko yung blue and white. Kaya lang karo too late na para sabihon. So here we formed lifelong friendships during the most crucial points in our lives, navigating those growing up years, helping each other with schoolwork, heartbreaks, and all else in between. But over the years, this connection between family and USI began to transform. Diba? Nag-iiba din si connection sa memories. Our memories of USI as a place of affection never diminished. And in fact, were strengthened. Isisingit ko lang po. Kang ako estudyante padigdi, si Mami, very active sa Alumni Association. Naging ex-presidenta man si Mami. Pero ang girumdum ko, inda ko lang mamtat, saka si Mau, ang girumdum ko dati, ang mga golden jubilarians, pig-aarakay na. Ang iba nga ni, iyo baga ma'am, Ang iba nga ni, naka-wheelchair na. Tapos garo ang perming attire ninda ka to, terno na gold. Pero ngunyan, pati si mga diamond, mas sexy pa kaysa sako. Ano, hilingan na si mga diamond sa kasi mga gold. Pag nag-i-introduce na, subago nagpipirekturan kita, si mga dilawan po dyan. Nag-i-introduce na golden jubilarian. Pero pag matikog, mas gurang pa akong hilingon. Nag-iiba na talaga ang panahon. Pero to the better. So this story served as my starting point for a deeper reflection. Tinawanan po akong theme, kaya sorry, kaipuan ko siyang i-mention. May assignment ako kay sister. Di ako pwedeng mag-disobey. So it is a starting point for a deeper reflection on the theme for this year's Grand Alumni Homecoming. Ang theme tango niyan, Celebrate Friendships for Sustaining Resilience and Hope. Halipot sa naman ini. Thinking of all that we went through last year, I begin to affirm that hope dims in a vacuum and burns brighter in the company of others. Hope turns outward. It gives of itself and deepens when there is someone there to receive it. Likewise, resilience is more than an individual's capacity to recover from an upheaval or to spring back up when forced to bend. When we talk about the reserve of strength that allows us to power through grief, that inspires us to refocus our eyes on the horizon after bowing to the ground for a moment. The truth is that the reservoir lies not only within us. This reservoir is in fact filled in large part by the strength of those around us. It is friendship, family, community, and solidarity that fuels resilience. I am sure you will agree with me. And this is exactly what I felt in the uphill battle that I had to wage last year. And in response, I can only express my deepest and most sincere gratitude. Nahiling manindo subago sa report ni Ma'am Chiki. Kung papaano all out talaga si Alumni Association. So I have all of you to thank. Bako lang si Ma'am Chiki, of course, si Lai Ginto, who was the president before her, talagang all out. And sabi ko nga ni, I have so much that I have to thank USI for. First time ko po, bako palang first time. This is the biggest opportunity that I was given to thank all of you for all your help. Pero kung nasa US po ako, nagkaigwang pagtitipon si alumni, si Isabelinas duman. Guest speaker ako sa Princeton University. Pero bago ako nagtaram sa Princeton, nagkaigwa kaming pagtitipon. Pagtitipon kang sa USI Alumni. Ma'am Tat, si mga rekeho po sa New Jersey, raon, si mga USI alumni from the New Jersey area, nagduruman sila. Nakapasalamat na ako sa inda. Pero aram ko po, nakadakol digdiyo, si talagang very much involved in the elections. Bako man gabos, taigwa man mga habos ako. Pero kadaklan, almost everyone, talagang buhos na buhos. Suba ko sana sa picture taking, gabos nag-iistorya. Nag-fundraising kami, nagibo kami mga motorcade, talagang nagpagiribo kami mga t-shirt, nagpagibo kami ng tarpaulin. So, dawa anong initiative ginibo para lang makatabang. So, sabi ko, almost everyone, from the students to alumni, administrators, and faculty, went all out in our journey to bring the message of hope to our countrymen. When I declared my candidacy, USI, sister ko naalala mo pa, was among the very first institutions to light up their campus with the colors of hope. Di ba naalala nyo? Si mga taga-Naga po nagiramduman yung pink na pink ang luwas kang USI. Nagsurunudan sa ibang institutions, not just in Naga but also elsewhere in the country. So almost exactly a year ago, sister ko naalala mo din, February 7, 2022, one day before the official kick-off of my campaign, I was here upon your invitation to unveil a mural of support. Diyan po sa may Santon, ha? Itong kudal dyan kang USI, nagibo ning mural from Elias Angeles Street to Peña Francia Avenue. So mabalos pong maray. In support of my run as president. And then after that, we had a send-off, a very fun send-off. Duman po sa likod kampara ng Fus. Nalingawan ko si Jim ba ito? Jim na ang apod. Okay. So everywhere I went, inidikit lang na istorya, a kolehiala was always there, bringing their own friends and family, their own expanded networks, widening the community of support. Regardless of where I was in the country, and I could say this with all certainty, gabus pong pigdumanan kong lugar, may kolehiala. Magpuon abra hanggang Tawi-Tawi, igwang kolehiala. Pagduman ko po sa Tawi-Tawi, may binisita ako ning Sarong Badjaw community. Ngalas ako ta may mga DC sisters duman. Pagduman ko sa Sambuanga Sibugay, sabi sa ko ni Bishop, ay ang makukusog mo ngaya digdi yung mga para kampanya DC sisters. Igwa man DC sisters sa Sambuanga Sibugay, dawa po sa it. Kung bakong madre, kolehiala. Kaya mabalo sa indong maray. So, as I've said, there is always a group of USI alumni making their presence felt. Bako lang po yan. Bako lang na taga-duman, pero si mga taga-digdi, nagduduruman sa mga rallies ko dawa sa in. Nakakaabot ng Mindanao, one time sa Naga City, may mga nagduman. Sabi ko, taga-digdi ka mo, day po ngayon halik kami sa Naga, nagdigdi lang kami ma-attend rally. Hanggang sa Pangasinan, sa Pampanga, sa Cavite, sa Antipolo, Sinalay, kung saan nakakaarabot. Nahihiling ko na sana pag yaon na ako sa stage, may sarong grupo ng mga USI na yaon duman just to lend their moral support. Gusto ko pong ipaaram na it meant so much. So mabalos na maray sa gabos na nagpaabot. Bako lang yan, kadakol pa si Indo nakikiiwal sa Facebook. Nahiling ko si Doktora Eden. Si Doktora Eden, kadoro doktor kaya nakikiiwal yan sa Facebook. Para sa kuya. Ano po yan? Dawa sinasaway ko kamo, dakulaon na maray na bagay sa kuya na may taga-suporta ako. Nilalabanan si mga trolls. You never wavered. And because of you, I know I will never be alone in whatever fight I find myself in. Even up to now, seeing how the mural we unveiled last year remains starkly emblazoned on the wall, I am reminded of all that you did for our shared dream. Today is our homecoming, and home is where we find family. People with whom we share values and histories, people whose dreams align with our own, whose backs we will always have, and whom we know will always have ours. Home is where we feel safest. It is where we can most be ourselves. And this is what we feel today in the company of fellow alumni. We feel a deep affinity because once we walk along the same corridors, dawa po ano-anong batches kita pareho man giraray na corridors ang inagihanta, because there are stories na kita lang ang nakakaintindi. Perhaps because we all had memories at the winding stairs or at the Paranymphos or here at the auditorium, and there were books we were all required to read. We default to trust because in the truest sense, every USI alumna is family. I am very, very thankful for this trust. I am humbled by your support and can only promise that I will continue to do all I can, whether with government or outside of it, to do all I can to be worthy of your trust. So mabalos pong maray sa Indo. Congratulations sa satong Alumni Association officers. And congratulations po sa gabos na jubilarians. I am excited to watch your presentations. Mabalos, maray na hapon sa Indo gabos.
Naga Incorporated, Naga City, Camarines Sur, Philippines. Signed, Sister Lourdes L. Albiz, TC, University President. Let us give Ma'am Lenore Hirona Robredo a big hand, please.